Hi everyone. My name is Rebecca, in case you don't know me. And today I want to share something that Jesus has put on my heart. And it's for the children, but it's also for me. So hopefully it'll also be for a few other people. And yeah, I hope that everyone's doing well in lockdown. I know it's quite hard having to try to do schoolwork at home because I'm studying at university, so I also kind of have schoolwork, and I know it's very distracting at home because there's pets and siblings and food and anyways. I hope you're all managing to get some stuff done. But yeah, over here I have a pile of books. And these are all books that I loved reading when I was in primary school. And I've always really enjoyed reading. So one of my favorite things to do when I was younger would be to go to the SPCA shop in the main street in Howick. If you haven't been there, it's very cool. Maybe you can go there after lockdown. And the reason I liked it so much was because they sold a whole lot of secondhand books and they were really nice and cheap. Maybe like 5 Rand or 7 Rand, sometimes even 2 Rand. So that was really cool because then I could buy them with my own money. And so, yeah, I built up a little collection of books and I really liked them. So I wanted to make sure everyone knew that they belonged to me. So I used to write my name in all of the books. So let's start with this one. You're not going to be able to see nicely because it's a mirror image, but I'll just show you anyway. I used to write my name, Rebecca Kiln, in big red writing in the front of all my books so that everyone knew that they belonged to me. I've also got my old Bible here from when I was in junior school. I wrote my name in it, but I also wrote on the front page, "This is my Bible," because I wanted to make doubly sure that everyone knew that this belonged to me. Anyway, and in all of these books here, they all have my name written in them in big pink or red writing, so that was very clear who they belonged to. And this reminded me of Toy Story. If you haven't watched Toy Story, maybe you should go watch it now in lockdown because it's a good movie. But in Toy Story, Andy is the main human character and he writes his name on all of his toys. So Woody, who's the main toy character, is a cowboy and he wears cowboy boots. So on the bottom of his cowboy boots, it says Andy because Andy wants everyone to know that Woody belongs to him. Now, I have a good friend in Pretoria. She's one of my best friends, actually. And she likes to remind us about this story because she says, and it's very true, she says that that is what happens when we accept Jesus into our hearts. Jesus comes along and writes his name on our hearts because we belong to him. So just like I've written my name in all of these books because I want everyone to know that they belong to me, when we give our hearts to Jesus, he writes his name on our hearts because we now belong to him, which is very cool. In 1 Corinthians 3 verse 23, it says, "And you are Christ's," and Christ is talking about Jesus. So it says, "And you are Christ's, and Christ is God's," which is very cool because we get to belong to Jesus and we get to belong to God. And there are so many reasons why this is such a beautiful why this is such a big blessing. I was thinking about a few of them. One of the big things is if we know who we belong to, then it doesn't matter what other people think about us too much. Because if we belong to Jesus and we know that he loves us and he thinks we are special and he wants us to belong to him, then it doesn't matter if sometimes other people are a little bit ugly to us or make us feel unloved and not so special, because the main thing is that we belong to Jesus. Another cool thing is that it makes it easier for us to choose to do the right thing. Because sometimes we're in a situation and we want to say something ugly to someone, or maybe we want to tell a little lie. But then we think twice about it because we remember, oh, but wait, I belong to Jesus, and people who belong to Jesus should not be doing this. They should rather say something kind. So it's so important that we remember who we belong to. So that verse there in 1 Corinthians 3 verse 23 is very nice and short, and I think it would be really cool if you guys could remember it, because you need to remind yourself who you belong to very often, because we as humans forget it very quickly, and it's so important. So yeah, I hope that I get to see all of you guys soon, and you must enjoy the rest of your lockdown.